Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Steve Evie here. Today we're going to be doing a video with two parts to it. The first one is going to be kind of a review over this weekend's upcoming sneak preview. We have everything confirmed as far as TCG exclusives, the World Premiere exclusives. Well, actually, the TCG and the World Premiere are basically the same. And the OCG exclusives that are going to be imported into this set. We won't be getting needle fiber, which, I mean, I was kind of looking forward to, but it's okay. I mean, we're getting a lot of good stuff in this set. This set includes, just to name a few, World Card, Cyber, Elemental Hero, Hero Incantation, Nightmare, Madolches, Neospacians, Neos, Orchist, Prank Kids, which is only the, I think, the one Prank Kids card, Rocket, Salamangreat, Shiranui, TG Monsters, Trickstar, World Legacy, and the Guard Dragons. For the TCG stuff that we're getting, this is stuff that we're going to be getting that's, I believe, the world premiere for the most part is the Dangers, well, specifically one Danger Monster, one Kaiju, possibly some Performapal, Six Samurai, Subterror, and the Valkyrie. It also introduces the brand new Time Thief monsters to the TCG. Shiranui gets support in the set. So this set has quite a bit of really very good, interesting cards. The new Danger Monster isn't actually that great. We were all hoping that it was actually going to be something broken. It actually is basically a Foolish Burial into a monster. That probably won't be relevant until the next following set when we get more support. Potentially this Speller Trap that we're getting in the following set may or may not be good in Grave. Depending on that, that'll depend on whether or not it's good or not. Salamangreat, we get all that support. The one more important card, which is the Link Monster, is actually a rare. So that's kind of a letdown to some people. Neospace Connector and Prank Kids Roxy's are in this set as commons. More TG support, which we haven't seen in a very long time. Guard Dragons get their first look, which is the one of the upcoming decks that is supposed to be really good. We get World Legacy World Arc, which is a new World Legacy card. A lot of Shiranui stuff. The Madolche card, which is supposed to be pretty good. Thunderclap Monk, which is one of the OCG imports. Let's see. Trickstars get 3 cards. One of them is the import, which is Trickstar Carabine, which is supposed to be decent for the deck. They get more Neos support. Borreload Savage Dragon is in this set as an ultra rare, which is good. So in case anyone actually wants to get the card, it's easier to get. Going through other stuff, like I said, Sunlight Wolf, which is one of the big Salamangreats, is a rare in the set. Going on through live stages in here, and that's not the best secret rare. The secret rares are subpar, except for a few small ones. There is Pot of Extravagance, which is probably one of the most sought after secret rare in this set. Is going to be this the secret rare, in my opinion, to get. Well, anyways, when it comes down to it, it works very well with rogue decks and in some cases anti-meta decks. The card basically states on it if you have to start your main phase with this card being nothing being active. So once you activate this card, what you would do is you would banish randomly 3 to 6 cards from your extra deck. And after you would do that, for every 3 cards you would banish, you get to draw a card. So you get potentially 2 cards off of that. So decks that don't rely on their extra deck are actually going to benefit from this the most. There's a new Kaiju. It's a secret rare, not really the best. A lot of Time Thief cards, not really sure how that's going to come into play. Legendary Secret of the Six Samurai, not sure how that card would do. Subterror Guru's in the set, that's a big deal for everybody. Could mean that, people get some wins off of playing Subterrors and stuff like that. Really good card, I guess. Let's see, Red Rising Dragon is in here as a common. And I think that's about it, other than, like I said, there's a few secret rares. There's a monster that actually works as a as a counter to Lynx. It's basically a hand trap. It is, I think it's a level 7 monster or something like that, and you drop it from your hand anytime your opponent would. I think Link Summoner, they would have Link monsters on the field. For each Link monster they would have on the field, you would draw 1 card plus whatever, +1 for however many Link monsters, and then you would shuffle those cards back after you would draw, or I think you would somehow, like, basically to reset your hand almost. And it can negate a card that targets your monster while it's on the field if you actually did something to that level, I guess. The Sky Strikers get an Earthlink monster that gives them a boost, life point wise, every time they play a Sky Striker card, which is important. That's kind of. And I think that's about it for the set. The set is, like I said, it's not the best set. Everyone was really hoping for Needle Fiber from this set. This set was kind of, like I said, not really the biggest of sets. But this actually leads me to our second part of the discussion, so thank you for actually sticking around for the full 6 minutes of this phone actually not being totally still and stuff. But going on to the Forbidden Limited stuff that we are going to be hitting soon, actually, because the list should more than likely be up by next week. Which will mean that it won't be in time for the YCS, but that's okay. We will have a list hopefully by next week. We're just going to go through the potential ones that may or may not come off the list, and go for why they would come off and why they would not come off. The first one would be Gofu. I don't know. I think that would kind of help a little bit with Link, but at the same time, it's probably too degenerative to actually see come back again. Chaos Emperor Dragon, seeing as it now officially has its printing has been completely extended to where everybody should have the card for the most point, then in my personal opinion the card should more than likely come back this list. But if it doesn't, it wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, we've had that happen before, where Exciton Knight has come off to I think it was like there wasn't really much of a change to the card. They just had reprinted it in the Battles of the Legend, the first one, and it hadn't gotten reprinted, or it hadn't gotten taken off the list until a year after that release, so that could happen. Next card that could potentially come off, Mexi. Everyone wants this card either 3 or 1. I wouldn't mind seeing it 1, but then again, like I said, it's another thing that you'd have to tackle to try and go over. Next, potentially the Dragon Rulers as a whole. I guess OCG had gotten something recently, but I don't think we're honestly gonna get it anytime soon. Going on to Tribe Infecting Virus, this card should probably go to 1 potentially. Potentially, I'm not exactly sure. Everyone wants Construct to 1. I wouldn't mind Construct to 1. That'd be fun. But more than likely, it's not going to happen. Danglong. Everyone thinks that Danglong may or may not come off the list. I don't think that's a good idea. Going on to... Let's see, what else do we have? We have... Let's see. Pot of Avarice. I feel like the card is... I mean, it does help you recycle a decent amount of stuff, but really, with most decks, do you really want to see a lot more degenerative extra deck cards that more than likely are potentially one-ofs, or in some cases, you won't, more than likely, like, want to see more of? I mean, I wouldn't really want to see that. That's my opinion. Next is Snatch Steal. We saw that come off the list probably, I think, a couple of years ago. If it actually does come off the list, that would be actually entertaining. That grass looks greener. I mean, I have a playset just sitting here hoping that it actually does come off the list, but realistically, it's not that good for the game. So it's probably a bad idea. Next we have Trapdoor Shoot. I don't know, honestly, this is just my opinion, I think that would be better to bring that card back, at least to 1, anyways. Other than that, I really don't know. I mean, I would love Cyber Jar back, but again, it's way too degenerative to ever see play in the current meta right now. Oh yeah, we'll actually go through the one-ofs actually, because I totally forgot about that. Just the band cards. The potential that, I don't know, maybe Draco, yeah, Dracos, true Dracos could potentially get Dynamite to multiples. We'll see. I feel like Cleaforce Scout going to 2 would be interesting. That's my opinion. Next, potentially them doing something with, not this list, but the next list, doing something to Burning Abyss, because they're going to get Cherubini. It's already confirmed at this point. Would be really good. Let's see, what else do they have that we could potentially... Yeah, Tour Guide could be a possibility, but again, it's kind of like a wait-and-see type of thing. Let's see. A Hero List probably wouldn't be a good idea. Trying to think of, like, Dark Hole at multiples potentially could be a card. Let's see. Personally, I don't see the point in actually having Exciton Knight at a single number. I think it at 3 be not really that big of a deal, unless that is actually an issue. But that's my opinion. Monster Gate to 2 would be interesting. I don't know about Pantheism. Potentially Pantheism to 2 might be somewhat interesting as well. Soul Charge should get, axed. It should be gone. I agree with everybody on that one. It should not exist. Personally, I'd like to see Barrier to 2, Infernity Barrier, at least to 2. I mean, it's not really doing anything. It's not really going to matter. I mean, Launcher is the biggest thing that we worry about, I guess. It'd be interesting to see Skill Drain go to 2. But, again, like I said, it's all based on, whether or not they feel like that would be a good idea or not. Seeing as we're actually approaching, I want to say it's coming either this list or the next list. We're potentially going to be getting a reprint, and that reprint is going to be a alternate art. There'd be no reason not to have this card come to. That way you could actually sell more cards off of it. I was going to say Regeki to 2, but that probably isn't a good idea. Harpy's Feather Duster is kind of an up and up. Some people would like it, some people would not. Monarch Stormforth, I don't feel that should actually move anywhere. I feel the Judgment potentially should go up, as far as, like, the count, maybe 2 would be interesting. I feel Scapegoat should go back to 1. Let's see. I don't know about Necroface. That seems kind of not a good idea, especially with this new card that we're getting in this set. It's like a wolf monster or whatever, and when you summon it, you can banish one monster from either your hand or your deck, so you can Necroface quicker than you ever can now. Hyper Librarian at 2. I mean, at this point, it should be at 3. There should be no reason it should be at 1 or 2. No reason that it should. And Luster Pendulum, I don't know. I feel that should be at 3. That's just my personal opinion, unless I'm missing something. Royal Tribute, probably stay to 1. Emergency Teleport. I feel Teleport should go to 2, maybe. Book of Moon, I feel, should go to 2. That's my personal opinion on that one, like I said. Necroz. I feel that we're actually going to be... I'm not sure if it's dual power or... Fucking cat. I feel that dual power is going to be... if it's either dual power or the following set, that we're supposed to be getting reprints on the Necros. Potentially getting Bronak or Unicorn put up to a higher number. To 2 or something like that. Might be interesting. Spirals, I don't know if those should actually move anywhere. I'm honestly not well known to those, so I wouldn't know for certain. I want to say Archfiend 2, but that might not be the best. I'd love to see Lavalva Chain come back, but we all know it's probably not going to happen. And then there's the 2 ofs. I already mentioned, like I said, Necroface. I honestly... They could bring it to 3, which would be kind of crazy, honestly. I mean, deck out decks would probably go nuts. And then, I don't know. I can't honestly think of anything else off the top of my head, like things that should go to either 1 or 2, or the biggest things that people are always talking about are the big 3, which is not Cosmos, because Cosmos isn't even relevant anymore. That's the reason why Dark Destroyer is at 3 now. The big 3 are Altergeist. As I'm talking right now, this current list, the big 3 that people worry about are Altergeist, Thunder Dragons, and Sky Strikers. So we could potentially see Engage go to 2 or 1. We could see Widowmaker also go to 2 or 1. Kagari was a big one that could potentially go to 1. The Thunder Dragon side, we could see Goldstark potentially go to 1 or 2. 1 more than likely. And then Altergeist, Multi-Faker is the big one right now. But thanks, guys. If you guys have been watching this video and you guys continue to watch this video, thank you for watching it. I will be more than likely be posting maybe a sneak preview video maybe tomorrow, because I mean, I haven't been filming all recently, but I am going to be going to sneak preview at least to pick up some packs and maybe get a Pot of Extravagance, depending on if anyone pulls it and if they're willing to get rid of it. But I'll talk to you guys later, and thank you for thank you for watching, and continue to support the channel if you can. Despite the fact that this sounds really janky and dumb, and this, you know, entire channel isn't always very well. Cats running across my mat and crap like that. But thanks, guys, and I'll see you at the next video. More than likely, like I said, it'll be tomorrow, and then we will have YCS Chicago the following week. All right, see you later. Bye.